How to write Chapter 1 of your academic research thesis. Writing a thesis can be a daunting task, especially when it comes to writing the first chapter. Chapter 1 is the introduction to your thesis, and it sets the tone for the entire project. It's the first thing your readers will see, so it's important to get it right. In this video, we'll go over the key components of a strong Chapter 1 and give you tips on how to write it effectively. Let's start with the basics. Chapter 1 is the introduction to your thesis, and it typically includes the following components: background and context, research problem and questions, significance of the study, objectives and scope, research methodology, structure of the thesis. The first step in writing Chapter 1 is to do your research. You need to have a clear understanding of the topic you're studying and the context in which it exists. Start by reading books, articles, and other sources related to your research. Take notes and highlight important information. This will help you build a strong foundation for your thesis. Once you have a good understanding of your topic, it's time to start writing. Begin with the background and context section. This section should provide a broad overview of the topic and explain why it's important. Next, move on to the research problem and question section. This is where you'll explain the specific research question you're trying to answer and why it's important. After that, focus on the significance of the study. This section should explain the practical implications of your research and why it matters. Then, move on to the objectives and scope section. This is where you'll outline the specific objectives of your research and the scope of your study. Next, discuss your research methodology. This section should explain the methods you'll use to conduct your research and why you chose them. Finally, end with the structure of the thesis. This section should provide an overview of what the reader can expect to find in the rest of the thesis.